All right. Hey, everybody, and welcome to the hub. Yeah. I think I'm live. Yeah, and I think my microphone may have been unmuted during the whole intro, so you guys may have heard me rapping to Justin as I went. I just set up this new framework because I'm actually switching service. Right now I use a system called Ecamm to broadcast live. Right, that's what you're seeing here. All these nice little cool graphics, and you can get all this fun stuff that pops up, which I can't remember where any of my buttons are at now. But that's what does all the switching back and forth. Is a system called Ecamm, and I want to switch over to Restream just because it's lighter and it doesn't require so much technical gobbledygook. I don't know that you guys have ever seen here. You'll be able to see kind of Justin hiding in the background here. If I switch to demo mode, you guys will now be able to see like literally what I see in my control panel. It's insane. You can see Justin somewhere over there. There he is. He's like right down there on that one little tiny window there, hanging out, waiting to come in the room. But let me turn demo mode off. There we go. But anyway, as you guys can see, it's a lot of control panel, right? That I'm dealing with for every episode. And I don't know. I think I'm getting too old and I just don't want to deal with it anymore. I just want to go live and that's it and talk to people and have fun. That's really all I want to do. This was neat for the inner geek. It satisfied that for me. But anyway, and if you happen to hear, I'll have to go back and listen to the recording later. It looked like my mic was unmuted. It just is what it is. I want to tell you guys about the new version. Whoa, I think this is it. It should be it. This is there's two versions of membership for Cyber Social Hub. If you're not a member of Cyber Social Hub, my first question is why? It's free, right? There is a free version still. I didn't take that away from anything. Because I look back at the reasons why I created Cyber Social Hub in the first place, and the agency I was at was a fairly small agency. It was not like super small, I guess, but we didn't have a lot of resources or budget, or so I was told, to do much of anything, right? So I was left to be creative all on my own. I ended up creating a task force, getting money from surrounding agencies. That was the budding entrepreneur in me, I guess, back then, to kind of feed my lab and get it going. And what I realized is when I went to conferences, man, there were so many freaking smart people there, and I would talk to them, and I'd probably feel a little stalkerish to them almost because I just like hang around them. But I was trying to learn as much as I could, right, in the early days, and even now, if you see me stalkering around you at a conference, I think you're smart because I'm going to try to, be a zombie and eat your brain, maybe, but absorb as much as I can. But that's why Cyber Social Hub got started. I wanted to give away free resources to those that couldn't. Number one, didn't have budget, and our community is small and it's a little weird and it's really techy, and some of the stuff that we have to deal with are not always the best things in the world. It's just a place for digital investigators to hang out and seek some resources. That's still there, still free, not going anywhere. But I got to pay the bills. I'm like, man, these servers are starting to cost me money because we have over 6,100 members. I think was the last look at my dashboard here. I'm actually going to just pull it up and see here. Go into Cyber Social Hub's dashboard, and I'll just tell you guys what the live numbers really are right at the moment. If it decides to pop up, my internet's being funky. So 6,145 members as it sets right now. This year alone, we're a little low. I was going a little slow this year. Um, Only 414 new. I think we're starting to saturate the market a little bit. But within the last, so many days. Anyway, I can see all these crazy numbers, right? How many emails we've sent, literally everything. Like we send 250,000 emails in a month. So sorry if I think I'm spamming you. It's a lot of email. But so I was thinking, how can we offer value and give that next bit to help pay for some of those servers that we're utilizing? And then I looked at other organizations and other great organizations that I've personally been a member of, and and how much they charge per year. Some of them charge about 140, something like that per year, and you get maybe some access to some learning management stuff, and you get 4 meetings a year, and that's really about it. There's some other bonuses I'm sure in there. But that's really it. So what we did is I decided to pack in as much value as I can. Now I'm not going to get into all of it. You can go and look. We have the two side by side. You can still always sign up for free, but the paid one, holy moly, we're going to have actual trainers come in and give trainings. I've already been in talks with a few of them. We have like, not that it matters, but actual steel membership card. It's kind of neat. I started the design over there. We've also done CPE credits. So you can actually watch one of our webinars that we do and get an instant CPE credit. The system just automatically will kick it out to you. And that was the key, right? Making it easy for everyone involved and automated. So there's a lot, just a ton of benefits. I don't want to get into them all now, but make sure you guys go check it out. If you're a regular free member, consider that. It's only 99 bucks a year. A year. So that's what I'm going to do my best Ohio math, like $8 something a month, if that. So yeah, go and check it out and kind of give back to the cause, help keep everything running. I mean, it's not going anywhere, but it would really help pay for some of these servers that are costly. It gets ridiculous just to house the membership portals alone. Oh, and I forgot. So if you guys ever attended one of our virtual events before, any webinars that we do, that kind of that virtual environment that you go into for a webinar, your little dot, you can go in and bounce from table to table and talk to different people in different rooms. There is now a virtual cyber social hub that's running 24/7. You can pop in and out anytime you want. You want to go meet with somebody, say, hey, meet me in cyber social hub at this time, and boom, go pop in there and say, hey, there's a bar in there. You can't drink anything, but there's one in there that you can go into and just check out everything. I would show it to you, but I didn't set up to share my screen right now. Maybe when I bring Justin up, I think I have some screen sharing capabilities over there. But yeah, make sure you guys go and check it out. And of course, the nerd in me, right? The nerd in me named it the premium membership is the Digital Investigators Guild. Yes, I know there's a little D&D in there, but I thought it was funny and I liked it. So that's what I went with. And there was no bourbon involved with coming up with a name. It was actual just a fluke of a name that I came up with. So there we go. All right. So I can't see chat yet. So let's bring chat up. Where is everybody from? Where's everybody tuning in from? I know you didn't pop in to hear me ramble. I see like 70 people in here. This is the most we've had in a live in a while. And I know it's not to see me because we were promoting our guest here. So there's some people in here. I'm going to flip over to the chat view here and hopefully there we go. So you can see, it says system audio and interview audio is muted. Yeah, I hope so. Sorry, I set all this stuff up yesterday. So there we go. Let me scroll through here and Romania. Are you kidding me? Holy moly. I think that may be the farthest one ever. St. Paul from Craig, Central Missouri, Denver. Denver's kind of a different planet almost. Other side. No, I'm sorry. Just kidding. Detroit suburbs. That's definitely a different world there. I used to actually like Detroit. Go there every year. Used to. CPE. Yep, there you go. So, yeah, where everybody's from is awesome. Norwalk, Ohio. I wonder who that might be. Even I could see Justin over there smiling on the side camera. He knows exactly who it is. All right, very cool. Awesome, man. You guys are just from all over the place. All right, so enough of me yapping. Like I said, go join Cyber Social Hub. Consider at least that premium membership. There's a lot of value in there. And with that being said, I'm going to bring up our guest because I've talked long enough. And let's pull Justin up. Sir, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Excellent.
You mentioned all from all over. I will say I'm from Eastern Washington, and today, and maybe I just don't go out early enough, but today was the first day where I had like my windshield covered in that like cold dew or whatever, because the weather's getting cold again, so that sucks. But I did turn off the water finally to my yard, so I can hopefully slow down on the mowing schedule. But
Oh yeah, I was. I don't have my water in my yard. Is I have to drag it out there and spray it because I was too lazy to actually install anything. I probably should. I was looking on
you
my.
guys can rain out there. I
What's
don't get
that?
rain. I said,
Yeah,
you guys
we
get
do get
rain.
rain.
I have to water my yard. Like if I don't water it, I don't have one. So
Don't they just use gravel as yards where you're at? I mean, that what some people do.
I'm slowly moving that direction just because I hate mowing my yard. Uh, so my garden is my garden is slowly taking up my backyard, and then anything I can, I'm landscaping out the grass. So yeah, slowly, slowly.
Very cool. Hey, real quick, also, if anyone notices an echo coming from me or actually hearing just an echo through my system, let me know. I went back to an old audio system and I would just want to make sure you guys aren't getting echo. I'm not monitoring at all. So, but um, Justin, I saw, what was it? I saw this guy. He had a really small yard. I don't know how big your yard is, but he replaced it with like professional football turf, and it
Hmm.
looked beautiful. But he just replaced mowing with vacuuming. That's really really all he did, because all the leaves and junk, he's got to get all that junk out of there.
Yeah,
So he's got to
my
vacuum his yard, which is
I
kind of
uh
crazy.
I'm on a third of an acre, and I'm not sure it'd be financially whatever, but I'm trying to talk my parents into that because they have this micro backyard, and it's like at one point it's one width of a mower. And I'm like, Dad, stop. Just put turf back there. Why are you doing this? Anyway, yeah.
Right?
So I get it. I get it.
Yeah. No, I've seen it too. It's not really terribly expensive anymore. It's come way down, the turf,
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
especially if you can go rip it up from your local ball field and put it in. Oh, no, I'm kidding. Don't do that. But I mean, it's neat.
Yeah, for sure.
Save you from ever having to mow again. I'm all
Yeah.
about it.
Which is why we're here. That's one of the new features of Imager Pro is it will mow your yard.
It's awesome. I'm getting
No.
it today. That just sold
My,
me
my
right now.
product guys are like, oh my gosh, what kind of promises are you making now? But yeah, uh, no, but yeah, glad to be here. Lawn mowing aside, cold weather coming aside, always happy to show up on the Cyber Sleuth Show.
Yeah,
So
dude, I appreciate it. I know I kind of grabbed you. I think it was last minute. Was it last week, week before, something like that?
Friday,
Um,
yeah,
and yelled at you for it. So that's pretty awesome.
all good, all
Um,
good.
with that, obviously, we were promoting uh, FTK Imager Pro, and I know there's a lot of I see it on social. I'm guessing that people here have seen it on social, and they're wondering, what in the world is this? Is it some type of weird voodoo? What did you do to make it pro? So can you kind of elaborate a little bit on that? Tell folks what in the world it
Yeah.
actually is.
So a little bit of background. I'm sure people are familiar with FTK Imager. FTK Imager has been around for. It's so funny because we had this discussion in house just maybe 2 weeks ago. Like, when did Imager come out? And due to Exterro buying access data and then various things through access data's history, we're like, I'm not actually sure the year, but we're estimating it's been around for at least 15, 20 years, right? Um, of this free imaging software, right? And it's been solid for those. Well, it images hard drives and removable drives and different things, and it's just been this lightweight imaging software that access data, now Exterro, has provided free for the community for many years, right? um whether you're in forensics, incident response, even some e-discovery, or you know people just trying to recover some basic deleted information off of their SD cards, FTK Imager is everywhere. um and yeah, so like Craig, he was exposed to it in 2006. Mountain West Forensics started using it in 2007. So it has been around for a long time, and for a free piece of software, our developers through Access Data and Exterro have kept it up to date as much as they needed it to. They knew where its place was. Like, Imager's interface hasn't changed much since 2006, 2007. The features are pretty much the same, like you image drives, right? Or whatever. And it's done what it needed to do. Um, yeah, almost as well known as WinRAR. We can only hope, right? Um, uh, yeah. So, and then like WinRAR, here we are now with a pro version saying you should buy this upgraded version. Okay, they do donated, but so over time, there's been this ask by many people of 2001. Okay, yeah. Um, they would ask for features, this or that, and a lot of the decisions was like, okay, we'll put that into FTK, proper FTK, right? And so a lot of things went there. Then the idea came up in internally that we should build a pro version, a kind of this intermediary, I'd say more advanced, but more feature rich version of Imager. That was actually, um, man, I think Sumter's in here, but he'll correct. But I think that was like, is it 2 years now? Year and a half ago. So this idea came up like, hey, how can we start to add features, provide value to our users, um, without bloating the product, without breaking the bank, that sort of thing. And so we this week released our first version of FTK Imager Pro officially. And I say officially because those of you who have your finger on the pulse of forensics may have saw some versions of Imager that were released a little while ago that had some of these features, and it actually was a very positive experience in the end for our product team, for the decision making stuff, because there was a lot of positive feedback about the features that went out. And so what we've added in this first version is decryption of technologies like BitLocker and others like TrueCrypt and VeraCrypt and some different stuff, right? And that is if you have the key. We're not doing any brute forcing in this version. So where this came from is a lot of organizations came to us and they said, hey, we bought company X and we have all these laptops and all these keys, and we don't have an easy way to just duplicate the information off of these or some of the information. We've got to go through this long process. Can you provide us with a tool that we can just image these decrypted in one process? And that's what this allows you to do is, and I can show it here in a minute because I do have screen share and I have it up. I can show it here in a minute. But one of the pain points of all forensics is that you get this encrypted drive, you image it or you get this encrypted drive and you image it and it's still encrypted. Now you have this encrypted image, cool. And then the process is we get the key or we brute force the key, we understand the key, right? And now we create another decrypted image. So that's cost to a forensic unit, not only in time because you've just duplicated an imaging process, which can take, depending on the size, 2 to 6 hours or whatever it may be. And then you're also duplicating the cost associated with storing 2 extractions. With FTK Imager Pro now, if you have the key, you can get a bit for bit decrypted image out of the thing and you're good to go. With one imaging process, you get a decrypted image and only one shot, right? So you don't have to duplicate that work. So that was our first feature add. Then as our product team and we talked to customers and different things, we also added the ability to do collections from iOS devices, advanced logical backups, that sort of thing from iOS devices. So pretty standard fare there. Plug in an iPhone. It is consent based. We don't do any brute forcing. That's not our game at this point in Exterro's life cycle. But if you know the key or the pin, let's switch format from computers to phones. It's not a key, it's a pin. Uh, if you know the pin to the device, plug in the iPhone, extract that data, and you're ready to roll into analysis. And so, as an introduction, that's a quick overview. And Free Imager is not going away; it's still here. In fact, the download that you would still get Imager will automatically download the free version, and then in the like help menu or the whatever, it'd be like upgrade to Pro. You click that, and it'll send you to the store page to upgrade to those features. It's $4.99 per year for the Pro version. So, a question right off the rip: is there a limit to iOS version to do advanced logic or logical? We support currently up to the latest version, so you can get those extractions. Okay, but it is consent based, meaning that you do have to have the pin to extract the data. We don't do any brute forcing. I just want to be clear on that, because that's usually the next question is, do you what if I don't have the pass or the pin? You're not using our stuff to get it. Okay, that's just the short of it. So there isn't a plan to roll this into FTK Forensic Toolkit. So actually, Forensic Toolkit FTK already has the BitLocker process. Okay, and that's one of the things that we brought I say down, but only because it's down in price, but to Imager Pro. So in FTK, you've always been able to take either a decrypted image or you could load in a live drive. And if you knew the BitLocker key, you could put that in and you wouldn't have to, do a different decryption, because FTK decrypts on the fly with BitLocker and other things that you have the key for, so that you haven't had to create a duplicate image of a decrypted thing in a long time. You could always work from the decrypted drive. And that's always been one of the cool things about FTK, is again, saving you space and time in reducing the amount of images you needed to create. And so you could create an image of an encrypted BitLocker, load it into FTK. FTK would say, oh, hey, you've given me an encrypted BitLocker image. Do you have the key? And you put it in, or the password, either way. And it would then utilize Windows API, DP API, got to get the order right, to decrypt on the fly.
There are a million questions. I'm just going to let you roll, man. I'm sitting back here.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
sitting back.
Yeah.
You pick which one you want to answer.
Encrypted iPhone backups or just unencrypted? So Imager Pro by design will prompt for a pin, the backup pin. If the device doesn't have one, then you'll specify it. Please write it down. But if it doesn't, if it can force one as well, just to 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's not anything that you need to protect for. It's not that reason. But the advantage of creating an encrypted iPhone backup is you get more information out of it. That's kind of the advanced logical. Every company's got to put its little spin on it. But yes, that's what you're doing, is an encrypted iPhone backup by default in Imager Pro. So yeah, you'll get that extra information that comes with the encrypted iPhone backups. SDP protected devices. What is SDP? Off the top of my head, I'm not sure.
I don't know. Christian, can you elaborate on that a little bit? We'll wait for
software-defined
response.
Parameter, hides network infrastructure, stolen device protection. Oh, okay. So stolen device protection, I would assume, is what you're going to go with the iPhone. Yeah, stolen device protection.
There we go. All right, cool.
So you would, to disable that. I'm not an iPhone user, Android through and through. Since the very beginning, the only iPhones and Apple stuff I own have been bought by my companies that I've worked for. Oh, no. Take that back. I did have an iPod Touch. And I just went with the iPod Touch instead of the Zune. Remember that? because I was like, hey, the Zune has better features and more storage at a better price. But I was like, oh man, I don't know if this thing's gonna last. So what's support gonna be like? And just went with Apple, and I played it right.
You should pick stocks.
That's
Holy cow, that's good. Yeah,
I know,
I
I know.
remember that
So
device. Holy
hey,
crap!
yeah. So anyway, so as far as software or stolen device protected, again, you would need to know the credentials to unlock that device and make it accessible to not only pair to a computer, but also allow for iTunes backup protocol to work its magic. So I would guess that if it's in SDP mode, now that I know the acronym, I'll use it. We would not be able to extract it because again, and I will continue. This is not at Christian here, but at everybody. I will reiterate: this is consent-based collection. Okay, you see somebody's phone. So yeah. So a comment here, SDP is needed when you do the extraction, not needed when you parse it, right? So that would be our thing is we wouldn't be able to extract it. So yeah. Jumping back up to Chris, is the $4.99 a subscription? And if so, would it be crippled after a year or simply not receive the updates? Sumter in the comments can set me straight, but I believe that what will happen is the pro features will just turn off. To your point, it'll be crippled at that year, but pro or Imager itself will continue to work. And any of your extractions obviously are separate from any, like nothing's locked into a weird container or anything like that. So yeah, it would be, I believe the pro features will turn off after 1 year. On that though, let's focus on the licensing and everything. Is the way that it will work is in the past with FTK Imager free version, we'll just call it that for lack of a better term. You've never needed licensing because it's free, and you still don't. If you get the free version, it's still just a standalone thing. But if you want the pro features, you will also need to download the license manager. I was going to say the access data license manager, but I'm pretty sure we finally took the name, the access data name off of it. So just the license manager from Exterro for the FTK product line as it stands now. Okay, we are working on a more fluid and easy licensing process for all of our software. That's coming in the short term, but for now, you will also need to download the license manager, and you'll be given a license in order to activate the pro. I'll go over that in just a second. But when you, let's say you purchase it, let me see here. I got it up. I got to go back and share my screen. And I'm just going to share the entire screen. So it'll be easier, I think. Okay. So this is the page. Might be small. I don't know how this platform translates my 4K into the thing, but either way,
I'm working on getting it up there here.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty ugly. Let me find a different one here. It'll get there. Well, I promise you guys. I'm clicking like this is why I'm switching platforms. Just right there. Yeah. Because I look at this and I go, what did I do? What did I do?
How to tech? So
just too much. Why can't I find something like simple like your screen? That'd be nice. There is your screen. Cool. There is your screen. It keeps switching off solo. All right, now I'm gonna publish this. There we go. There's your screen. Gotcha.
All right, cool. So Exterro has a little store here. You can where you can buy it. Inside the software, it'll forward you to this location. But you can just add to cart, buy, whatever. So you don't have to go through a salesperson. Our salespeople are great. I'm not, whatever, but for Imager Pro, you can just go straight through our little, Shopify store. And so what'll happen is you add it to the cart, you buy it, whatever. What happens right now is within about a day or so, our licensing team will respond to you with an email of instructions, and will say, "Hey, you need to get the license manager. Here's your key, and this is how you activate it, and we'll also give you all the details of everything that you also read here as you go through the thing." So um yeah, little comparison chart here, but again, um FTK Imager Pro bought through um the thing. You don't have to go through a salesperson. Now if you want to, you totally can. Again, we're not like, I feel like Dwight versus the computer type thing. We're not cutting salespeople out of whatever. If you need a lot of these or just want to talk to a salesperson, of course, they can get you set up. But if you just want to avoid that, you can just go through the shop and pick it up. So anyway, that is kind of the short pitch on information. So I'm going to come back over here and make Kevin sweat again while I figure out how to stop sharing my screen.
I can't see it on our screen, so you can mess around all day long, and that's kind of the nice thing. It's one of the pros of this platform is I can hide stuff.
All right, cool. So, is there a demo available? Nope, no demo for this. We have a demo for FTK, the full suite FTK, but we don't have a demo for this. I can do a demo. I was planning on it. So, if anybody wants to see it, what output format do you provide for the advanced logical? Are you able to load it into Axiom or PA? Right now, our output is 81. So if they can support 81, then yes. You can also use Imager to export it out into whatever format you want. But by default right now, it goes into the 81 format. And so any product that supports 81 can bring it in. But again, once it's in the 81 format, it's not in anything special. So you could use Imager if you needed to analyze it in whatever tool you want. So can you share the link for the FTK Imager demo? We don't have an Imager demo. We have the free version of Imager, which again is not necessarily a demo. It still has all the imaging of, everything it's had before, RAM capture, all that sort of stuff. Okay. But we don't have a demo of the features that are coming in. I can show you how it is like on this, but yeah, we don't have a demo for that. Let me scan up.
Okay.
Make sure I haven't missed.
I'm ready to share, I think, when you share your screen again.
Okay. Go ahead and hit share and see what happens.
It's going to show your whole desktop. I can see it. Is that okay
that's
with you?
totally fine.
All right.
Yeah, totally fine.
There we go.
All right. So everyone should see FTK Imager, Exterro FTK Imager here.
Indeed. It is seen.
All right. All right. And I know there's a little bit of a lag, so the chat will lag just a second behind when I ask a question. So nothing has really changed in the workflow. This interface should look very familiar to anyone who has used Imager. We wanted to keep that because if it's not broke, please don't fix it. So I can just go to File, create a disk image. And if you have the Pro stuff enabled, now I talked to our product guys yesterday, and there's a bug or something. So I have Pro enabled. It should say Pro up here, but they're like, we're not sure why it doesn't, but I do have it. And the way that I know that I have it as well is I can see this iOS Advanced Logical Collection is not grayed out. If you download Imager free right now, you will still see this, but it'll be grayed out and non-selectable for the iOS Advanced Logical Collection. So for this right now, I'll do physical drive. I'm going to select virtual drive that I've created, and I'll hit finish. And notice it says, "Hey, would you like to create the evidence as encrypted or decrypted?" And the reason this popped up was because I have BitLocker enabled on this drive. And so it's asking me, "Hey," and I like that it does this because it says we can decrypt it if you have the information, but maybe you don't want that for any reason that you need. You can still output the encrypted image. Okay. So we'll choose decrypted. It's going to say, okay, hey, I found this stuff. I have this. I have a user password. Do I remember that user password? Let's see. Is it still in my nope? So we're gonna do this. And it's right here. Nobody look. All right, we got it. So we can put in the user password here that they set, and then this should all be familiar. Now, I like how we've added, this is a constant feedback that probably drives my product team nuts, is be verbose. Like my line that I always get, are we charged by the letter? And so I appreciate that they have, whether it was my feedback or just in general, started to put more information down. So notice, like, saving decrypted image will result in a different hash verification values from the original encrypted data. Of course, because it's different. So if you were to create an encrypted image, it's going to be a different hash value. That's forensics 101, but let's just make sure we understand that. We'll do E01. It's a 256 case information, doesn't matter. Image destination, we'll send this out to my data drive to, I thought I had a directory. I try to keep things somewhat organized, but then I get on these things and I just like, whatever. So we're just going to put it in Mac, even though it's totally not a Mac. And we'll just say pod demo here. We don't need to compress or anything because it's so small. We'll hit finish and start. Look how fast that went. So we get it there. Cool. All right. And if we come in and we add evidence item and we have an image file, we go next and we browse. I put it into Mac, didn't I? We go to Mac and we have pod demo here. Finish. Partition 2, and there's nothing on here but one text file that says this file is held within a VHD BitLocker drive. So notice that we got our encrypted or decrypted image out. Just to show you, if we add an evidence item, a physical drive, so we want to just view it live. That's another thing we can do here, and I'll show you. But I'll select that same BitLockered drive. Notice it says, hey, you're trying to load this evidence in. It's BitLockered. I'm going to bring it in as just encrypted, why? But you'll notice here, unrecognized file system, it's file-based encrypted here. You just see garbage. Okay. So we get our decrypted out as well. But the nice thing is with FTK Imager Pro, you can preview encrypted drives as well. So here we are loaded up and it's decrypting it because we have the password, but we're viewing this live. We're previewing it. We're triaging it, whatever you want to call it. This is not, but like it is doing it on the fly. So if you needed to look at the drive, you don't have to image it necessarily first. And so at that point, you could say, hey, add this one file to a custom content image. And now we can just image out what we want out of the encrypted drive and, do what you got to do. So I think it's pretty nifty. And this works not only with BitLocker, but with a couple other encryption types as well. But you do need to have the key. At this time, we're not doing any brute force attacks or anything like that. So
all
right.
My next question for you is, hang on, let me go back to a view that's us. There we go. My next question for you is, what are you allowed to say about the future, or are you?
Oh, absolutely. So I'm actually under instructions from our product guys to ask what people would want. Now, I will say one of the leading things that we want to do in the next version is Mac collection. Right now we do Mac collection, but only in our enterprise product using our agent. But one of the things that comes through frequently with our support portal, with other communications, that sort of thing, is do you do Mac collection? And so that's one we're very seriously looking at, as well as Android logical collection, again with consent base. But so I throw it out to the audience here or whatever is, what do you want? Like, that's kind of the thing is we want to build this product that serves you guys. And right now, like we feel that Mac collection is a strong feature to add, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's, the viewers here that are the ones that know what they need on a daily basis. So yeah,
Yeah, I'd be
please put it
interested
in the chat.
to see
But yeah,
that.
go ahead,
So
Kevin.
I'd be interested to see that. I'm just popping up things as I see them in. I would want to see a hidden Tetris game. That's my request. So there you go.
I I I always like suggest that to the product team, like these little Easter eggs and stuff. And they're like, listen, we got too much stuff to do that actually like helps people to put in your Easter eggs. And I'm like, well, come on, man. Uh
What was
anyway,
that? It
yeah.
was it an Excel that had something weird in it? You go down to like the craziest line. I can't remember what it used to be, but you go down to like, I don't know, it's like 100,000 the line, column, row, and then you type something in, and then a game would come up or something. It was in Microsoft.
I
Someone
don't
much quicker
know.
on the keyboard has to go
Mine-
look than
Craig
me.
says Minesweeper, but
Yeah,
I
there
don't
you go.
know. I've maxed out Excel exporting reports of like chats and stuff, but I never got Minesweeper. But maybe because I actually put in real data, it was like, oh, we better not mess with this. Have you ever tried to open an actual Excel sheet that has that much data? It's just like open it, go to lunch. It takes a minute.
Oh, here we go. It was
So
there we go. It was Doom. Doom style first person game. It was in 1995. Hidden. You had to put in activating by requesting tech support on cell B95. That was one of them. Yeah, I know, right? Go figure on some of these things. There was another one, and I can't remember. I can't remember what it is.
uh I that is wild. But that just shows you how far tech has come that you can run Doom in Excel. Anyway, all right. Some questions here. So, is FTK Imager Pro going to be available as part of the academic licensing? That's a good question, and I am not sure. Um, that question actually came up in our internal chat uh, just the other day, so I didn't see the answer. However, um, that will be a decision made soon, but I am not part of that decision making crew
Hmm.
necessarily. So,
Yeah.
but I think it's a good idea. I think
Yeah.
we should. Um, but yeah, I will make sure to talk to them after this if they're not on this. If the product team is on this, there you go. They just asked again.
Yeah. Chris says it's not
I
available.
want
The
uh
fun stuff.
oh yeah,
Developers.
probably do a licensing or something.
There we go.
Let me see. Sarah falls up. I've already asked for enterprise, so pro would be great. That is one thing that comes up a lot is building an enterprise academic system. And there you have a lot of internal people at Exterro who also support that. We're just trying to figure out how do we make that possible. Just due to the way that our enterprise product works. It's not like, oh, like, are you going to abuse it? It's like, how do we deploy that? How do we work with universities, colleges, educational things to properly get enterprise in a way that it's going to work right and those types of things. But you have a lot of supporters on that internally as well. So that is something we want to work for. I do want to back up really quick too, and I just got to find it. Somebody asked if you buy Pro and make an image of iPhone, this is from Jimmy. When decoded, does it show a project tree of the files like Celebrate or Magnet Forensics? Let's take a look. So I made an iPhone extraction yesterday. So I'll come into Imager. I'm going to add an Imager thing and add an image file. Because again, we export it
Hold on,
as an 81.
Let me see if I can get down there.
Yeah. Where did there we go. So it should be up on my side. There we go. Yep. So what you get is this. So the iOS extraction 81 is super tiny. Sorry. It's 4K. And then you have the expanded, you have the stuff, the backup files here. In your standard iOS backup format, SHA organized there. And you have your device information through the JSON, etc. Okay, so you have all that stuff there. And then I do have it brought up in FTK over here, just parsed out, and you can see the information, that we bring out, databases, chats here, all the biome type stuff and multimedia, browsers, all that sort of jazz. There's not a lot of data on this guy, because he's a proof of concept phone. But yeah, so Imager that's not Imager. Where's Imager? Imager will display the backup here, but it doesn't really have much parsing in Imager because we just focus on Imager Pro being collection, and then you can load this data into whatever. Here it is in FTK, load it up. And so, yeah. Oh, another thing that's coming in, whether it's a patch or whether it's the next version, I don't know. That's not my call. They just said it's coming next. Is once you can actually create, when it images, it'll create a shortcut file with a processing profile, so it'll auto load into FTK if you have it. Still doesn't change the fact that you could load it into whatever you need to analyze it in, but we're just going to add a little quick shortcut to make it kind of seamless into FTK. So I wanted to back up to that question. I'd skipped over it, but it was not deliberate.
No. Very cool. I'm clicking buttons. I'm like trying to play Mr. Producer here, going,
Yeah. I'm making Kevin work for this.
You're convincing me to move to Restream is what you're really doing.
Yeah. So, well, hey, Restream, send me a cut. Gregory jumped on late. Is there an iOS Advanced Logical Collection demo? So again, we're not doing demos for this product, this specific product. You still get Imager free, but for these two features, they're pretty straightforward of just the collection there. And they're consent based. Again, I'm going to come back to that because you jumped in late. So we don't do any brute forcing. You do need to know the PIN and be able to gain access to the device to trust it to the computer so that an extraction can happen. So yeah.
Demo. They asking for like a trial or like wanted to see if it could do it type thing for advanced iOS.
Oh yeah.
I'm so confused.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much. You guys know me well enough. I was like,
no.
What?
So if I were to come in, do I have an iPhone hooked up? Yeah. So if I come in, I can create a disk image, iOS Advanced Logical Collection, and just click next. And now, Kevin, you're back on, like, to share screen or whatever.
Yeah, I'm on there. We're on there. You're showing.
No, I'm just like, just. Yeah,
I think I got it set up now. I can just click one
relax.
button.
Yeah, you think you can relax, and then so you hit add your your standard stuff, image destination folder. So one, wherever that is, and this case file name, it's just the file name. I've already put feedback in on that. It's just the file name of the whatever. So pod demo phone, and we hit finish, and so it puts that in there. And then it has the steps here. You just click add. Okay, click trust on the phone screen. And this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, although I may have changed it and forgotten it. So that's cool. And then you just start imaging. And so it's asking me for my pin over here. Put that in. And then assuming that put the pin in correct, but it would go through right here. So yeah, let's just try it again. I don't remember what I put. I should
It's half the
probably
challenge.
I know. I should probably change it back. Remember when I said you need to write it down? That's why I said that. Anyway, you just hit start imaging right there. I gotta go back and do that. But you hit start imaging and it's going to go out. I know it's not an image, right? We don't image phones, we extract phones. But another piece of feedback. But I know you're going to hit this and it's going to go. Okay. But you can see that it's read off some of the information that's associated with it. And if I knew the actual backup, it would go. And it's as simple as that. Like just plug it in. But like you saw there, I did have to put you didn't see it because the cord wasn't long enough. I had to put the pin in, and if it was the first time I'd plugged it into this computer, I would also have to trust it, which again would be after the pin put in. So yeah.
Very, very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool.
I think it's
Very cool.
it's pretty slick. And I was just talking to one of our product guys who's heading up this product, and I think we did the interface like really really simple. We kept it simple. And that was one of the things that Sumter and I were back in that original meeting 2 years ago, and that was him and I's main feedback is Imager is a very simple to use program. It, it's very straightforward. You just know what you need to click to get there. And we said, whenever you start adding features to Imager Pro, it needs to stay the same. And I think they did a great job making it easy and really accessible to get through it. We just have a few little naming things in the text, but as far as the functionality is pretty simple. So can an image be made from a remote phone using Pro? I.e. client is 400 miles from me, but needs image. I guess something back SAMW as encrypt backup though, huh? So Imager Pro needs to have the phone hooked to the same computer that Imager Pro is on. So you need to have device in hand. However, we do sell a remote collection iPhone ability in our enterprise product, as well as our eDiscovery product. But since this is a forensic based thing in FTK Central and Enterprise. So if you have that software within an organization, we can collect your iPhone remotely across the network. So yeah, that is an option we do. But with Pro, FTK Imager Pro, it's device in hand. Imager has always been a device in hand solution, and nothing's changing with that. So
That's really cool. It's really cool.
yeah.
I think the features are pretty awesome. And we got some folks hanging out in the live wherever you're watching at. If it has a like button, do me a favor. Just hit the like button. Just no matter where you're at. I know we're broadcasting out to LinkedIn, YouTube. I don't know if Facebook's working or not. It's hit or miss, but several different networks. Just
In
reach over there,
general,
hit the like button. It really helps our algorithm and people discover where Cyber Social Hub is. And if they're a frustrated, torn soul who's trying to do digital forensics without a whole lot of resources, hopefully they'll be able to find us a little bit easier. So, and I would appreciate it very, very much. So, yeah,
yeah.
I was looking. I had some of our fun swag. Oh, I took it in the other room. I was starting to put everything in storage, but I'm going to start giving this stuff away. If you guys have questions for Justin, please continue to ask. I'm stalling for time here while you guys ask questions, but all my fun law enforcement stuff. It's a little glass there that is I can't fix stupid, but I can cuff it. So that's was always a good mantra to have. First, then we have the standard little cyber social hub. These are metal, by the way. If you can't, oh, hang on, not up there. These are like actual metal inside glasses. They're not big thimbles. So for those of you who don't consume anything, you can put a candle in there. There you go. So, or maybe you do have a really fat thumb and you can use it as a thimble. Like I don't know that anyone would ever do that, but there you go. Some of the fun swag that we're going to give away on trivia. Justin, you guys should take part of trivia sometime. We're gonna start doing live trivia in the hub stuff.
All right. Let me know.
I'm going to show you that right now.
I'll get on it. Craig says, bring back pictures option under the view menu in free Imager. Was that like a thumbnail view? I've only been using Imager since 2010. So was that before that? I don't recall it, or I just didn't use it. I don't know, but
I don't remember that either. And
on that,
I was
I'm
a
making a
product
note over
owner for
here.
the thing, and I don't remember it.
So a thumbnail view. Okay. I'm just writing down stuff that you guys say in the chat in case none of our product team is in here. But yeah, many versions ago. Yeah. Okay. I think on the topic of viewing images, like full transparency, the Imager viewer hasn't been updated in a long time, and it was designed to view pictures that were taken in 2005, which are super tiny. And now our cameras take pictures that are the size of small countries. And so when you load up a picture in FTK Imager, all you see is like the top very corner, like 400 by 400 pixels. And so I think, yeah, doing work on the way we display multimedia in Imager Pro or Imager Free is definitely something that our team should take a look at. So, yeah.
I have to run my graphic because Edward reminded me that don't forget the like and subscribe button. Yeah, I forgot. My kids always harass me. Dad, you got to say like and subscribe. And they do duck lips with the little peace symbol. I'm like, no.
No.
No, people would unsubscribe. They don't need that.
So Craig says it was great for on-site preview. I want to focus on that comment because that's I got to walk a line here, but that's a lot of the genesis for some of the features that we're looking at going forward. Is this is a triage kind of on-site preview, small tool in hand that can be installed on a lightweight machine that does key tasks. So features around that you want to suggest or you feel that would help you, now is a good time to, not like now on this podcast, sure, but also now just is a good time to reach out to support or to me on LinkedIn. If you're not connected with me, you should be, and make suggestions, okay? Because our product team is actively looking for ways to serve the community through Imager right now, of all things. And it's been around forever, and now they're just like, we want to make this a better, not that it's not good, but even better for the community. And so it's a good time to make suggestions around that. And on-site preview triage is a good theme if you have work in that area. So, and I got to kind of walk a line on like what we are planning, what we're doing, that sort of thing. But yeah, anyway, that's that.
Very, very cool. It's adding some pretty awesome stuff. I just wanted to say, when you hook a drive up or a phone up, just say, yes, this is the one with the evidence. That's my request for it. That's it. Just say, yes, this is the one you want. On you go. So if you can make that happen, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, that'd be an amazing tool. So when AGI comes online, and it just replaces us all, it will be able to do that. But yeah.
Yeah. No, I do remember now that Craig mentioned that preview. It was I do remember the image, the thumbnail uh, piece in it.
Yeah, that had to be a long time ago. I know, like, if you talk to some of the OG access data guys, like
I know
when
Lockhart's in here. He remembers it. I see Lockhart in here.
yeah, he remembers it. I talked to Rob Atto, and Imager's had like a lot of different features come and go. In the early days of Imager and FTK, Imager and FTK ran on the same code, so Imager could be used as a test bed for different things without ruining the whole thing. Will Pro require internet access each time it's used to verify the Pro features? No, because the license is stored on the local box. So, yeah. Yep. No, it's still an air-gapped solution. So you don't have to worry about it reaching out to the internet or anything like that to verify the Pro features. The license is stored on the box. So, yep. No problem there. It's just you'll just need the one-time license manager process. So you just need to hook it up one time, activate the thing, and then a year from there, do it again. But every time you use it, no, don't need it. Don't need access to the internet. Got a whole bucket of those installers, probably to match the whole bucket of access data dongles that I still have laying around. I should probably give those back to licensing or something. But
Oh, I
yeah.
forgot to tell people. Oh my gosh, there's probably people asking questions, and that's another reason I'm switching off of this platform. If you're on LinkedIn right now and you're asked questions and say, "Man, that Kevin's such an asshat. He's not answering any of my stuff or telling Justin about me asking questions," because I can't see it. I can't see LinkedIn. I can't see X/Twitter. I can't see. Like I said, I think Facebook is broken right now, but can't see those either right now. So the only thing we can see is YouTube. So if you're on YouTube right now with us, we can see those coming in and out. Yeah. So there, I forgot to tell you guys that. So sorry. Hopefully that's my disclaimer, and people just didn't like disconnect and go, whatever. Those guys are jerks. They're not. They're not answering.
I mean,
Answering.
maybe, but not because of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Could be. Yeah. That's true.
Uh,
That's true. That's true. All right. There's still some more questions here.
Still has his FTK World Tour T-shirt.
You
That's
still have
awesome.
it? What year was that, Craig? What year was that? Was I there that year? Justin, you've been there a long time now. You're like old timer.
Yeah, 2015.
Holy crap.
Um, I know, I know. So to Craig's point, my most exclusive piece of access data swag is I have the only made Centricate polo, and that
Oh.
is a rare
Look,
thing.
look what I found. Lockhart will get a kick out of this. I found this and I put it aside and I almost forgot. It was sitting right here and I looked over it a million times. Hold on. Here it comes up in the camera and go.
There it
Look at
is.
that. It's my old
Yep.
business card. I found it and I'm like, I know Justin's coming on. I can't really see it, but it's an old Centrikit business card that I made
Yeah.
myself. So yeah,
I
there it is.
remember you made the polo as the concept, and then I was going somewhere to teach something, and you're like, "Hey, I'm going to give you the polo. It's our only one." And then we never made any more, and I have it. I still have the only Centricate polo ever made. Anyway,
Dude, that's gonna be
yeah,
worth some serious money one day. You better hang on to that.
there you
I
go.
think
Yeah.
I think you're
Anyway, so yeah.
uh
Imager Pro released this week. It's available on the store. If you download the base version of Imager, the upgrade to Pro will be there now. And if you have suggestions to what you guys want to add going forward, be sure to reach out.
yeah, I don't know if it's my
Definitely.
internet connection or yours, but one of them is going funky. Could be mine. Could be mine.
I don't know. Is the new free version available? Yes, it should be available through the regular download site on, let me see here. I had it up and of course I closed it. Let me
Yeah,
reopen,
what
close
is
tab.
the
It is a super short link. It's exterro.com/digital dash forensics dash software slash FTK Imager.
I'm not typing
I can't post in the chat.
that. Sorry.
I'd have to go to YouTube um and post it there, which I guess I can do. I am capable. I'll post it in the YouTube chat if I can find my way there really quick. Let's go cyber
Okay. You can't
social.
type into the chat directly from your interface?
No,
Huh.
no.
That's dumb.
But here
Another reason I'm switching away. So next time you're
there
on,
we
we
go.
got to
I
learn a
just
whole new interface.
put it in the chat as myself. It'll show up maybe sometime, unless we filter links. That'd be interesting. Let me see.
Oh,
We go
links
through.
are filtered. Can you put it?
Uh,
See our private chat down there where it says interview chat. I think it says it's private
yeah,
chat. It's just to you and I. That way we can
yeah,
talk about Kevin when he's not paying attention. No, I'm kidding.
yeah. There you go.
Let
Do you see
me
that?
copy this and then I can paste links. Which it is what it is.
All right. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Ta-da.
So
All right.
there's the landing page, and then
I'll
let me
put
give
it
you
down
one
in the show
more.
notes too, because when it first goes live, or for some reason, YouTube pulls the chat down right after we go live, and it takes a day or so to pop itself back open. Let me get this one
Okay.
too for you. So I'll put these both in the description on YouTube. So if you're looking for this, go in YouTube. I might go find it on LinkedIn too. You can reply to the LinkedIn one too, Justin. Um,
Okay.
and it should
Yeah,
allow those links in there.
for sure.
LinkedIn's not as strict. Sorry, it's just all the networks got different rules.
Yeah, for
But that's
sure.
very
No.
cool. Hey, I wanted to show you this while you're sitting here. This is and I know we've gone over. Holy crap, we've gone way over. But where is guest? Okay, here we are, right here. Slide us down here in the corner. And there's like me up here. But look, here is the virtual Cyber Social Hub world. So it's done, and people can start coming in it eventually. But there it is. See the little area, what I called it here? Just a quick nap couches. Um, I don't know if you can see that, but there it is. I named it.
It's
So
awesome.
I'm going to come in and take a nap. But yeah, you can see all kinds of fun stuff in here. Like, come on. Oh, wait, got to get rid of that thing. Get out of there. But I mean, you can see everything. Like you can even see like the pool balls here, and there's a Mac sitting on the table. Looks like somebody left their credit card right there to me. Can't really see it, but
Well, when you do the first in-person Cyber Social Hub conference, I expect it to look exactly like this.
yeah, I think I had because a guy, I think he's in the Netherlands. I think is where he's at. He designed this layout for us, and so yeah, I'm going to use the crap out of it now.
Nice. Kevin, I saw your comment. It wasn't available about 10 minutes ago. Be sure to I will send a message about that, but if you're not connected with me on LinkedIn, make sure you are. And if you still can't get it, be sure to message me and I will make sure that we troubleshoot that. But I just have the direct downloads, so I never really go through the website. But let me know if it's still not available. It should be, let me see here really quick. I'll get the version number. 8.2.0.26 is the current version of so 8.2.0.26 is what should pull down. And if that isn't what you're getting, 8.2.0.26. That should be the current version. And if anyone's not getting that when they try to download, some of it might be propagation through the Amazon network through, the endpoints, but it should be there by now. It was posted, what's today? Friday? It's been up for a couple days, so it should be fine. But be sure to let me know if you're not getting it, and we will for sure make sure that is tracked down. So
Somebody says they can see it.
uh,
They can
yeah,
see it.
so cool.
Cool stuff. Justin,
All right.
as always, man, the hour flew by. I'm like, didn't feel like I get to
Same.
ask you half the stuff I wanted to ask you. Um, so you're just gonna have to go on every podcast in the forensic space and do the
All right,
do
fine.
the world tour, which is only like 5 of them.
It,
But
yeah. Well,
uh,
still better than nothing.
that's right. That's right. Get on all of them, and people ask a bazillion questions. But again, you can reach out through Justin if you're not a member of Cyber Social Hub. There's 2 versions. There's a free version, and then now our new paid version, which you can go and 100% go check out. Which, as I'm talking here, I'm going to show you those things. Justin's in there. Go hang out, join for free. There's the free one, or
Mhm.
that way. On that side, a lot of other stuff that you can get access to as well. And LinkedIn's probably the easiest way, though, right, Justin? For you, you're
For me right now, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If you message him in Cyber Social Hub, well, I think it sends you an email too, so it'll harass you.
Yeah. And what I'm doing right now is setting it up as a web app. I had it and then I switched browsers, and so then I got to recreate it, and I just haven't done it. So
For what? Cyber Social Hub?
yeah, so
Just go to
I
Google Play, man.
check out.
We're on Google Play. We
No, I
made
mean
one
on
for
my desktop
Android.
though.
You're the only
On my
one
desktop.
for it. Oh,
On my desktop. Like I have Chat GPT and Notebook LM and all those things as little apps on my
gotcha.
taskbar, so I don't have to go to the web browser. So
Gotcha. Holy crap. FTK Imager Lite 2.5 has thumbnails. Craig, I don't want to know how you knew that.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Bust it out.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
Holy
cool.
cow. That is crazy. Justin, thank you, sir. I kept you way
Yeah.
over from what I said I was going to keep you. I appreciate you hanging out. If you guys have questions, go find him on LinkedIn. He looks just like Justin Tolman there. You'll see him from LinkedIn. So just add him. If he likes you, he'll add you back. And and then you can go from there.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I appreciate everyone hanging out with us for the day. I think, Justin, I mean, our little podcast, we just have fun normally here. This was a lot of people. I looked over and saw, almost 90 people live. And that just doesn't happen because we do it at 2 in the afternoon Eastern. And then what is it, 11? It's 12 something your time, 12:15 right now.
Yep. 12:15.
Yeah,
Yep.
lunch. So there you go. So that was awesome, dude. Thanks so much. Hang out. Don't go anywhere. I'll come right back and chat with you. For everyone else, we'll see you back here. I think next week. Yeah, next week for sure. And then we can go from there. So, Justin, again, thank you, sir. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you.